This is an unprecedented situation. I have never in my life seen this much hostility to education, which is the driver of social mobility. Short-sightedness about the future. We need education for the future. That's what makes people's lives better, individually and collectively. And to see a Congress so short-sightedly turn against the country, it's like eating your own. Why would you do that?
It impacts me and it impacts every student here and across the country, because what is proposed is that the tuition remission that we receive to attend the school, which is in our contracts, is now eligible to be taxed as income. And what that does is it's going to add the cost of tuition to the salaries we make performing a job. So on top of the salary, which I do pay taxes on, which is very small to begin with, I am now going to be taxed the cost of tuition, which is going to be a huge burden financially because I don't see that money. You know, it goes from the school to the school. It never passes through my hands. So it's a bit unfair in that sense.
Well, I'm pursuing graduate school after I complete my undergrad here at Rutgers University, and this is going to be in the medical field. So I hope to become a doctor one day, and of course this is going to be an obstruction to that goal with lower scholarship offerings, of course, and as well as the financial needs to fund grad school. It's going to be more difficult to attain.
We're going to fight this every inch of the way. We're not going to let them get away with anything. I mean, we already voted, and now they're going to have reconciliation. They're going to come together, rather, and try to reconcile the two bills, which is basically their problem. The minority has very little to say. But we'll see if our arguments will resonate even in those conferences. So we're fighting this thing right to the very end. Best thing you do is reach out to the congressman in your district. Make sure you firm him up. There's only one congressman who voted for this junk. That's Congressman MacArthur. So he lives down in the Shore area. So we got to let him know how we feel about this. The editorials have, but coming from human beings, it's more important. That's the best thing we could do. Second thing we do is register people for next year's election, regardless of whether you're a Democrat or Republican. That starts now. Next year's election is going to be decided in the next 2 months. This bill would create a self-inflicted wound on our economy and our future, and your future. It would rob graduate students and loot what's left of the middle class in America. It would create an aristocracy, not unlike Russia. Gee, why did I pick them out? It would create an aristocracy in which those born to wealthy families and commercial real estate developers like the president and his buddies win. This bill wants to take $10,000 out of the pockets of tens of thousands of working graduate students so we can give the few children of the wealthiest 0.2% of families $3 million each. Regardless of whether they work, study, or earn money, just because they're born to rich parents. This bill is a transfer of wealth, talking about a transfer of wealth, talking about redistribution, and we've accepted this baloney, and they call this all socialists. I'm not a socialist, I'm against socialism all my life. We are the socialists? No, brothers and sisters, they are the socialists. They precipitate the distribution of wealth.
First thing we have to do is make sure that the college community is voting. One of the reasons we're in this position is After we were not successful, the Bernie Sanders wing of the party was not successful, a lot of people decided to stay home, that they'd rather not vote for anyone if it wasn't Mr. Sanders. And that is one of the reasons we're in this position today.
This is going to hurt you. This is going to hurt your families. This is going to hurt your ability to continue your education. This is a scam. It's been a scam from the beginning. People that already are well off are lining their pockets more, deepening their pockets more. What is enough? It's wrong to eliminate the tax credit that people receive when they work at night and go to school part-time in the day. It's wrong to make a graduate student pay taxes on their tuition waivers. The Republican tax plan is nothing short of a war on higher education.
So the first thing we have to do is understand how crucial, regardless what you may think it's a waste of time, your vote is. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything, it's the one right in this country you're born with as an American citizen.
What can we do? I think we have to speak out, we have to explain how damaging this is, and we have to be really well organized because it's going to be a long struggle to preserve education.